Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, which name is Analytics Pro. Here under this playlist guys, we are going to cover only SQL concepts from scratch. In the previous tutorial guys, we have studied about subqueries and its types. So we have discussed two types of subquery in the previous tutorial, single row and multi-row. So I hope now you guys are clear with the concept of single row subquery and multi-row subquery. And now in today's tutorial guys, we will discuss about third type, which is correlated subquery, and we will also discuss non-correlated subqueries. So before start this correlated subqueries guys, so let's discuss some points. So here are the points guys of correlated subqueries. So the first point says correlated query reference columns from the outer query. Inner query depends on the outer query, which is main query, and it is evaluated for each row processed by the outer query and can be filter or retrieve data based on the values of outer query. So it can be slower guys as compared to other types of subqueries. So let's understand this correlated with this problem statement. So this is the question guys which we are going to solve with the help of correlated subquery. So the problem statement is that find all the employees detail who are work in the department. So let's jump into the SSMS screen and try to resolve this problem statement with correlated subquery. So here we have entered in SSMS screen. So before start this practical guys, let me show you both the tables. So our first table name is EMP1. So I will open this table with select command. Select star from our table name is EMP1. So now let me select this query and hit execute. So this is our table guys where we can see IDs, names, salary and hire date. In a similar way guys, I have one more table which name is DEP1. So let me again open with this select command. Select star from our table name is DEP1. And now let me select this query and hit execute. So here under this table guys, we can see ID, department, division and department ID. And now let me open both the queries together so that you guys can compare both the tables. So under EMP1 table guys, we can't see any department name, division and department ID. But one thing is common in both the table guys, which is employee ID. So again let's understand the problem statement. So our problem statement says we need to fetch all the employee detail who are working in the department. So the question is that guys, how we can identify that employee is working in the department table or not. So the logic is very simple guys. If employee ID is matched with department table employee ID, that means that employee is working in the department because employee ID match with employee ID with department table. So we need to apply the same logic in SSMS. So let's jump into the SSMS screen guys and let's try to create a same logic with correlated subquery with exist operator. So guys, let's start to write our query. So I'll simply write select our table name is EMP1. So firstly I will write select star from our table name is EMP1 and hit enter. And now I will use where clause. Where, and before writing the subquery guys, here I will use exist operator. So I will simply write exists, and this exist operator says if the value is true guys, then subquery return one or more record. So this logic will check both the condition should be true or not. And now I'll start write my subquery. So let me start this bracket and simply write my subquery here. And here under this subquery guys, I will apply the same logic. Our employee ID of EMP1 table should be matched with employee ID with DEP1 table. So I'll start my query from scratch. Select star from our table name is DEP1, which is our second table. And I will simply apply the same logic with where clause. Where our DEP1 table dot. So I will take the common column from this DEP1 table, which is ID equal to, and after equal to guys, I will write the first table and their ID. So our first table name is EMP1 dot ID, which is common column and bracket close. So again, let's understand this logic guys. What we have done it here guys, we have taken both the table with common column name. So if both the ID should be matches guys of both the table, that means that employee working in a department. And now let me select this query and hit execute. So here we guys can see we have the list of records who assigned the department ID. Although this is a part of multi-row subquery. But here the catch is that guys, if I try to execute this subquery which you have mentioned here under the bracket, so it will throw us an error. So let's understand the error guys. The multi-part identifier emp1.id could not be bound. That means this emp1 table, it's depend on this outer query. And because of that guys, you can't able to access this subquery. Whenever you try to access this subquery guys, it throws us an same error. And that is called correlated subquery because we have a relation with this outer query. So this query fetches only those records who are working in the department. So I hope you guys are clear with this concept of correlated subquery. And now guys, suppose if we change the problem statement, we need to fetch all the employee detail who are not working in our department guys. So what we need to do, we simply need to change the operator. Instead of exist guys, you can simply take not exist. So it will fetch only those records who will not working in the same department. So let me select this query and hit execute. So these are the employee IDs who do not have assigned any department. So if you want to cross check these employee ID which is S12 till S15, they have not assigned any department in the DP1 table. So let me try to hit execute this query and you will not find these employee ID here under this DP1 table. So the last employee ID is 11. After that we can't see 12 to 14. So in a similar way guys, you can try more and more logics. And now let's discuss non-correlated subquery. So here we have the points guys. It is independent of the outer query. It does not take any reference of any column of outer query. So it is an independent query guys. It's not dependent just like a correlated subquery because correlated query reference column from the outer query. But here under this non-correlated subqueries guys, it is a independent query. It's not depend on outer and it's executed its own. So here we have written one more problem statement to understand this non-correlated subquery. So let's try to understand this problem statement. Write a SQL query whose department IDs counts are greater than 3. So let's move towards the SSMS screen and let's try to understand this non-correlated subquery. So we need to fetch only those department IDs whose counts are greater than 3. So let's move towards SSMS screen. So guys, let's go to this new query. So here we have the table name guys, which name is department. So I will simply open the table name with select command. Select star from our table name is departments. And now let me select this query from here. So here under this table guys, we have just only department IDs and department names. And now guys, we have one more table which name is employees 3. So let me quickly open this table with select command. Select star from our table name is employees 3. And now let me select both the queries together. So guys, here under this employee 3 table, we need to fetch only those records whose count are greater than 3. So if I talk about this department ID 1, so firstly let's count this department ID 1. So it is entered here 1, 2. So this department ID 1 is here only 2 times. So the count is 2. If I check this 3 guys, so here we have 1, 2 and 3. So this department ID 3 here 3 times. And in a similar way guys, if I check this third department ID which is 4. So let's make the count of this department ID 4. 1, 2 and 3. So here under this department ID column guys, we have just found only 2 IDs whose counts are greater than equal to 3, which is 3 and 4. So let's try to count this department ID with non-correlated subquery. So I will simply write the table name. Select star from our first table name is departments and simply write where clause, where department ID, and here guys I will use one more operator which name is in. And let's start our subquery under these brackets. So I will simply write my subquery here. Select department ID from employee 3 table. And now I will use group by here under this query. Group by department ID. So I am grouping the things with department ID. And last but not the least, we need to find count of greater than or equal to 3. So I will simply use having clause with group by. Having and simply use the count function guys, and under count guys I'm simply taking this star and close this bracket and simply use my greater than equal to sign and put it 3 because I want to see only those records which are greater than or equal to 3 of employee ID. So this is the subquery guys, and now let me select this query and hit execute. So see guys, it throws us an error because we have not closed this subquery bracket after this 3. So let me close this bracket of subquery, and now let me try to select this query and hit execute. So here we guys can see we are getting the same result. So we have only department ID 3 and 4 guys, which is greater than or equal to count of 3. And now guys, let's discuss what is non-correlated subquery here. So if I try to execute this only inner query, which is subquery inside the bracket guys, so it will give you only this department ID. It is not getting any error with bound identifier. So that means nothing is related with outer subquery. If something is related guys, so that query become correlated subquery. But this is an independent query guys, so you can execute its own. So I hope now you guys are clear with the difference of correlated subquery and non-correlated subquery. So for such kind of detailed learning guys, stay connect with us and kindly support this channel. And those who are new to this channel guys, kindly hit the like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And those who wants to learn Power BI or SQL from scratch, so you guys can follow this free YouTube channel, which name is Analytics Pro. And if you scroll it down guys, so here you guys can see we have a full course Power BI playlist where I have explained each and every concept about Power BI in detail. And if you click here on this playlist button guys, so you guys will get to see multiple playlists are here. This is the Power BI full course playlist, and these are the advanced concepts of Power BI where you guys can take the knowledge of advanced concepts of Power BI. And we have this Power BI with SQL playlist where you guys can learn all the concepts of SQL from scratch. So you guys can start your SQL journey with this free YouTube channel. And along with that guys, we have this visualization playlist and we have this DAX expression playlist where we have covered most of the DAX functions from scratch which are majorly used in your projects. And here under this playlist, I am also trying to cover all the differences of DAX functions which is majorly asked in an interviews. And very soon guys, I will add some more playlists so that you guys can take better understanding of the analytical skills. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram group where I'm keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening, as well as you will also find some latest interview question and answers which recently asked by an interviewer. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone. But those who are looking only live sessions, so we guys also conduct live training and sessions where we prepare candidates from scratch till intermediate level with some scenarios, real-time projects, assignments, notes and so on. And we also provide placement assistance with the help of WhatsApp group where you will get to see some HR emails, contact number and so on. And you guys can also follow us on Insta as well as Facebook. So all the links I will share under the description box. You guys can follow us there. So for free learners guys, you guys can follow this Analytics Pro, and for the live training and sessions, you guys can connect me any of the platform. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much.